Hello everyone. Daniel, how's it going? This is a pretty big game. I'm more nervous in this actually, than I was for the United game. Just Palace away. Oh, it's horrible. And we've already seen Tottenham beat us twice this season. We saw Southampton get 2 draws out of us. Palace have beaten us at the Etihad. So playing them here, this is a tough game. And Palace in the past have proved quite tricky for most teams. Can't forget the Liverpool 3-3 there. They've beaten us a couple of times as well. They obviously ended our, 21 game winning streak, 18 game winning streak, whatever it was. And Edison had to save a penalty in injury time. Just to keep it 0-0. That was in 2017-18 season. So this is a horrible game. But then it doesn't just end here either, because you've also got Burnley next weekend. Lise's having a good season. Zaha obviously is annoying as hell. Gallagher, I think he's a decent player. Schlupp. Yard's got power. And I don't think our forward line is the right choice here. I know he's going with the same that played against United. Obviously, it worked like a charm, but United were awful that game. No getting around it. There's no second thoughts about it. United were terrible and just let us play. I would have preferred to see Jesus on the pitch in the middle. You're probably looking at maybe dropping Grealish, and Grealish arguably had his best game against United. I think the United game was his best performance for us this season. Well, again, you have to put in perspective, and you have to say United were terrible. And it's this kind of game where you're looking and you're thinking, if we didn't try and push for a winner against Tottenham and we just played out the 2-2 and got the draw, you look at even getting beat in this game, you'd still be 1 point clear in Liverpool rather than, on level points. It should be 4 points cleared and nothing other than 3. I think it's positive as well that Liverpool have to go to Arsenal this week. That's their game. Arsenal at the Emirates. And Arsenal are in good form, and I'm hoping they do us a favour. They nearly did us. They deserve to beat us actually at their ground in January. They were better than us. On the 21st thing. There you go, the teams are coming out now. De Bruyne leading out the City boys. Captain tonight. Huge game. I think if we can come away with this one here, I can see Liverpool dropping points against Arsenal. Like, any sort of performance from the Gunners there, it was a massive favour. Of course, we've got our own matters. Like I said, even if we come through this game unscathed, we get 3 points. But Burnley away to play, that's not going to be easy either. They're fighting for their lives. They have to win every game, Burnley, to stay up. And going away to Burnley isn't easy to begin with. Aki's back on the bench, Gundogan's on the bench, Jesus on the bench, Zinchenko, Fernandinho. It's not a strong bench, really. Now, the only game changes we've got are Gundogan, Jesus, and Sterling. Everyone talks about we've got 2 11s. We don't. And this isn't the kind of game you can bring Gundogan on and he's just going to get bullied in the middle of that park. It's beautifully technically, but physically, he's going to get dominated. As Jack like I said, I think we need a big performance from Jack here. Another solid performance. I think his confidence is going to be high after the United game because he missed out on sport and I think he was injured. I'm going to be kicking off any minute. Players taking knee. And Palace kick us off. Game starts. Yeah, we cannot afford to drop points here. But given the option, I'd rather take the point than push for a win and get beat again like we did against Tottenham. So Palace already pushing up early. So against United, most of our attacks came down the left-hand side, particularly in the first half. Mahrez was quiet until the second. And I expect to see the same again here because the way Grealish, Bernardo and Foden link up. I mean, it's either a City ball or it's a free kick. I was going off for a Palace throw. Of course, the City press is also strong as well. Obviously, a lot of passes in the beginning of the game, lots of possession. That diagonal, Mahrez controls it well. Roger took a pot shot at the edge of the box, but it doesn't really come to anything. Obviously, City's high line, you know, sitting on the halfway line, means that any ball cleared, we're pretty much going to recycle most of the time. It's the times we don't that you get concerned about, because when they hit us with pace, our centre backs are not going to get back in time, and our full backs are going to push all the way up to the top instead on Walker. Cancelo in particular loves the final third. I think he's got the most successful passes in the final third of anyone in the Premier League this season. I think Bernardo's second. Here's Grealish now running with the ball. He carries the ball really well, Grealish. Bernardo's dispossessed, but it goes out for a throw. Take that. But that's what you want to see from Grealish. You want to see him pick up the ball and just drive forward with it. Cancelo now, long ball. Mahrez. He's just given a goal kick there. Mahrez let it go out, so you have to suggest that he thought it was going to be a corner. Because Mahrez could have kept it in, he let it go out. Let's have a look. It is a corner, but I can see why the linesman gave it as a goal kick. It'd be tough to see. That's a great ball from Foden. Bernardo cuts into the box, but no one's there. So it looks like City are trying to push for an early goal. I mean, one of the things that we've been poor at in recent games, not the United one per se, but before that, was scoring early enough. And of course, what Palace did to us, they scored first, and that was it. Then time wasting kicked in, and you know, they frustrate us. And we couldn't really keep any momentum. So this time we're trying to take that out of the game, and we're trying to get that early goal. But so far they're getting all the decisions, you know, everything's going towards them. Those 50-50s. Looks like they're trying to time waste already. Mitchell kicking the ball away. Don't know why he's not booked. I know it's only 6 minutes into the game, but he kicked the ball away. Oh, that's nice. Cancelo has it. I don't think he actually knew what he was doing there, Cancelo. I think he just tries to whip it into the box, but there's no one there. Here's Mahrez again. He's seen much more of the ball than he did against United early on. Needs to do something with it. But we're passing the ball with pace. You know, we're not messing about with it here. Mahrez tries a shot from distance, cuts inside on his left, but it's well wide. No bend on him whatsoever. Goes on for a goal kick to Palace. But say you're passing around really well. You know, this is the best opening I've seen them play for a while. Looking for that goal early on. And good closing down from the City players. Cancelo in particular gets declined. And it's a Palace goal kick. Well, Palace tried to play out from the goal kick and they just closed them down. Shut that one out right away. You have to do the same again. Yeah, they're trying again to go the other side this time. And City win the ball back and it's a throw. And Laporte gives the ball away. And here's Gallagher running away. This is what you've got to be concerned about. Don't know what Zaha was trying to do there. Well, there you go. After all that dominant play, all that possession, Laporte, heavy touch, slow. Gallagher breaks with it. He tries to play in Zaha. Unfortunately for us, it was a poor pass. And I think Zaha's trying to... I don't know what Zaha's trying to do. I think he's trying to cross it to the near post, but it just goes straight out. But we got away with that one. I was trying to think during the United game when I was watching that if I've seen Edison make a mistake yet at the back when he's had the ball. I think this season, you know, I couldn't think of a single time when we've passed ourselves into trouble. Oh, De Bruyne gives it. Yeah, De Bruyne's been quiet, hasn't he, so far as well? Oh, he is on the right hand side now. He does keep it in, but you know, it was a poor pass by Walker in the end. It was too hard for him. He only just about kept it in. Chris Barr's clear for a throw in. So you have it on the halfway line again. Rodri switches play again, this time to Grealish. Controls it well, cuts inside on his right. And Palace get back in, crowd him out. Ball goes to the goalkeeper. Eventually, that's going to pay off. Him and Mahrez cutting in from the wings. It's going to pay off eventually. You know, Palace are not going to get lucky every time. And that's a goal kick again. Throw into City, sorry. Is the press? Pressing just too high. They can't live with it at the moment. And Palace just give us back quite cheaply there. Now Walker's giving it away. And his shot's wide. You know, that's twice now in, what, less than 2 minutes? That's twice in less than 3 minutes. Laporte, Walker giving the ball away. And that's the danger as well, because when we do that, we push so high up, there's no one else back. I mean, Ederson would have saved it if it was on target. But it's still poor from us. It's, you know, all the possession we've had, and this is how we get done. It's Bernardo. Now we've got a little bit of a break on here. Oh, what's he done? De Bruyne cuts in on his left, hits it. Gaita, whatever his bloody name is, saves it, the keeper. Comes out to Bernardo 6 yards and he tries to take it round him, but he just knocks it straight out. And hey, Roku, how's it going? Like, it's a solid hit, straight to keeper. Bernardo tried to take an extra touch. He should have just hit it first time. Keeper's still on the floor. But that was when we had about as many players in their half as they did for once. Because we got the ball up quick enough. Not going to happen often. Palace breaking with pace. They're going to do us again, aren't they, Palace? Defensively, we're poor. Laporte had no idea where he was. He was just all over the place. Laporte, left, right, left, right. He had, you know, he was going inside, outside. He's bamboozled. And that's a corner to Palace. Poor corner in the end, and we get away with it. And we get a free kick mid-range at our own half. It's Mahrez who went down. I'm not even sure if it was a foul. He just goes down. Laporte's ball to Mahrez was poor. Despite the fact that we've had 73% possession here, they've had the better chances. They've had the ball, what, 3 times? And they look like scoring all 3 times. Walker should have put it in the box then, first time. The chance was there to put in the box. I know I say it all the time that we've got no one that's going to win it because we've got no striker, which is true, but, you know, it would have been preferable probably going back to Ederson. A poor touch from De Bruyne this time, but he got away with it. Now Mahrez and Walker on the right side linking up. Walker fires it in towards Foden. Cleared. And City have a throw in. About level with the Crystal Palace box. Mahrez took the throw, I think. It looked like a far throw. Now Grealish has it on the left hand side. Cancelo, don't know what he's doing with it here. Gives it to Stones, takes a shot. Keeper saying he didn't touch it, Stones saying he did. I mean, it was a good hit. It did look like the keeper got touched it. Let's have a look. Good hit by Stones, to be fair. Why not give it a go? From his hand in the air, whips it in, near post. Bounces all the way through. Poor pass from Cancelo. And here comes Palace breaking again. I tell you what, every time Palace have had the ball in our half, they look like they were going to score. The one thing they did at the Etihad was they just scored. Let's see, all this possession, all this fancy footwork. Nothing's happening. We're not creating anything really. We created one chance and it was from the keeper's mistake from letting De Bruyne shot get away from him, and Bernardo just took a touch when he shouldn't have. He should have just hit it. Gonna be a Palace throw. Mahrez did well. I tell you what, that was a nice little play. I think it was either Stones or Laporte. I can't. Hits a diagonal to Mahrez. Laporte, is it? No, it's like Stones. But Mahrez touches it, like taps it on the inside of him, hits it first time, left foot, collected by the keeper. What if the keeper had fumbled that? Again, we had 2 plays on him there. You know? Yeah. But, you know, Palace a physical team, you know, the pace, and like I said, every time they've got the ball in our half, they look like scoring. Palace look like scoring every time they get forward. They're grabbing at the players, you know, they're kicking them. They are disrupting us. And I've seen a few players. We've had Cancelo, Stones twice, Laporte once there. Getting upset with the Palace players for like a late kick or pull. Because whereas last weekend it was all on the left-hand side in the first half with Grealish and Foden and Bernardo, this time it's on the right through Mahrez. And there we go again, we go left again. Well, right-hand side again, Grealish. Mahrez, sorry. And it's going to be a goal kick to Palace. Well, Foden's really ineffective in that central role. I've said it time and time again, whoever plays that false number 9 role for us is just completely out of the game. I'd rather put Grealish in that middle and put Foden on the left. Get Foden in the game a little bit more. I think Foden was tripped by a Palace player then. Getting off the ball. Cancelo nutmegs one of them. Don't know what Walker's doing there. You know what? The longer this goes, 0-0, the less confident I'm growing. I think it was it Foden who hit it? De Bruyne. Looked like he was going to control it, so the ball comes in from Cancelo, it was. But now Foden and De Bruyne are trying to get it. It's De Bruyne that hits it left foot volley. First time. Oh, right foot he hits it with. Straight at the keeper, unfortunately. And taps it over for a corner. Mahrez at the corner. Gonna be another corner. Are you joking, ref? This ref, I tell you what, that was poor from the ref. Everyone could see, you could even hear it. Clear corner. Referee didn't give it, it was the linesman that gave it. So Cancelo hits it from about 40 yards out, just smashes it, hits the post, comes out to Laporte, about 6 yards out, and he puts it over. How far is he out here? Like 40 yards and just hits it. Bam. Hits the post. And Laporte just smashes it over. Like all alone, empty net. I mean, it came out really fast. It's tough to control, but could have been offside. Not really sure. It was a good hit from Cancelo. Oh my god, Palace taking the mick. I was there in the halfway line. Walker does really well. Well, Palace still have it. City players are closing them down. De Bruyne is the one furthest forward. Grealish attacking as well. Don't foul him. Grealish has done really well there. Schlupp did really well though. Schlupp was closed down by Rodri and Mahrez. And I mean, Rodri put his hands on him, but he felt like 3 seconds afterward. De Bruyne does well to turn. Now Foden has it. De Bruyne's pass is just behind Foden, which is unfortunate. Foden had delayed that run, it would have run straight to him. Would have had a chance to get a shot on goal. Rodri tries to hold up the ball, loses out. And now here come Palace breaking. Ball pass means Cancelo sweeps it up. And Laporte has it. And now Rodri again in the middle. He gives out left to Cancelo. Guys cut inside. This time doesn't work out. And now Cancelo wins it back from Elise. Nice little battle that. Rodri switched to Mahrez. Walker to De Bruyne. Walker stepped over, I think, there. And here Palace breaking again. Stones just about gets ahead of Zaha. I think if Stones was a bit further up the pitch there, if he was towards the halfway line a little bit more, I think Zaha gets that ball. Zaha, Stones had a little bit of a head start on him and he needed his up. But half an hour in, interesting game. Like I said, every time Palace get the ball, they look like scoring. City dominating possession, zipping it around with the passes, which is good to see. Just not creating anything. Just can't break them through. And when we do, we're giving up 2 golden opportunities. Another switch out to Mahrez. Gives it to De Bruyne first time. Dips into the box. Defended well by Palace. And it's back to the halfway line to Laporte. Cancelo's ball to Grealish was nice. He needs to cut it back to Bernardo. He miskicks it. Mahrez has hit straight at the keeper. Bernardo miskicked it. So Cancelo kicks it down the left line to Grealish. Grealish cuts it back to Bernardo, which is the right move. Bernardo misses it. Goes to Mahrez, but straight to keeper again. It's Foden now turning on the ball. He gives it to Grealish. He's got to give him back again there. He does. Blocked, and it's a throw. Palace are really digging in deep there defensively, but again, I fancy them every time they break on us. There's Cancelo to Bernardo. Now Rodri driving into the box. Gives it to De Bruyne. Can't get a shot away. Rodri gets a shot away in the end, then it's going to be a corner. Rodri actually did really well there because he was surrounded by players. And he did the right thing. I would hit it as well. More hopeful hit than anything else. Now Kia is down. Don't know what Kia is down for. We're going to see the highlight now. Oh, he's complaining about the follow through with the studs from Roger. That's nothing, that. I mean, he looks in a lot of pain, but I don't see how. He just caught the studs in a sensitive area. Here's the corner from Foden. Goes back post. Cancelo just hits it straight out play. It's going to be a throw into Palace. Like on their own corner on the far side. Kiai's back on. Palace won a free kick just inside their own half. He's a good player, that Gallagher. He's done well for them. And of course, I think he got the second of Palace's goals against us. Why is Walker not giving the ball there? I mean, Walker just played himself into trouble almost. Got away with it. Stones is coming away with it now. On the halfway line with it, driving forward still. Gives it left to Laporte. Bit of a short pass. Laporte does really well to get out to Mahrez. Mahrez cutting in on his left. Goes back to the right. Let's get out wide to Walker, but yeah, that's well defended, that, to be fair. Palace winning a free kick on the halfway line. Gallagher going down again. De Bruyne saying no way. But look how high that City line is. Like 15 yards ahead of their own box. Palace time wasting. I saw a fan vlog for Everton the other day going on about how That was a dangerous cross. Edison had no idea where to come and go. That from Anderson. Oof, what a ball that was. If anyone got on the end of that, was a goal. Because Edison had no clue what to do with that ball. Fortunately, it goes out for a goal kick. Yeah, I saw a fan vlog from Everton the other day, and they were saying how disgusting it was that someone was time wasting. I can't remember who it was. Who did Everton play over the weekend? Who did they get beat by? I was like, try being a City fan, honestly. Every game, home and away, every team just time wastes. Zaha snapshot well wide, fortunately. But we gave him about a yard of space on the edge of that box. That's what he'll do, he'll just take his chance. And get it to news going wide. He pulled out of it. Yeah, no bend on it whatsoever, it's well wide in the end. Foden does really well to win a free kick. Parts of pushing really high up, and we did really well to play out of it. Good ball to Grealish on the outside there from Cancelo, cuts it in. Defended really well. It's going to be a throw into C. Kiai went down again there in the box. He got up though because we didn't put it out, rightly so. Another poor ball by Cancelo. And it's a goal kick to Palace. I see this one being 0-0 at half time here. I think it's just going to... I knew this wasn't going to be an easy game. We'll do really well to get out of this with 3 points. Not seen enough of Grealish in this half. Everything's going down that right hand side. The complete opposite than against United. But I don't think Grealish is having a bad game. He's actually done well when he's had the ball. Been very positive, and he's putting some decent cutbacks, just no one on the end of them. Cancelo just has to keep it simple. I don't think he does that enough. You know, just keep it simple. I was looking for something special. Stones 3 yards out, gives it to De Bruyne. Defense cuts it out. He tried to flick it through to Foden. I think he would have been better just taking another touch and then going from there with it. Maybe just hitting it. It was a good ball by Stones. I think Stones is having a good game too. And it's going to be a throw into C. Look, was no nonsense there. Just headed it straight out. Back out to Cancelo on this left-hand side. Laporte gives it to... tries to give it to Foden, but the pass was too short. And here come Palace on another break. And they got 3 on 3 there. Ederson comes out and just sweeps it up, but Palace still have the ball. Finally, a yellow card. Just a silly challenge on De Bruyne there from Chiati. Schlupp couldn't get out of his feet. Mahrez wins it back as well. He gets fouled, and then Chiati comes in and wipes out De Bruyne. He's nowhere near that ball. There's a vigil yellow there. Chiati didn't even complain about it. He knows it was a yellow. But here comes Cancelo now running. Poor pass from him. The simple things he gets wrong. Zaha's done really well to keep all the ball, and he gives it out here now. Anderson kicks it long and it goes straight through to Ederson. 1 minute left before half time. I only expect like 1 or 2 minutes of injury time from when Chiati went down. Bernardo's now dropped into our half to help out. We've got 74% possession, 12 shots to their 3. Their 3 shots arguably probably been just as good as ours. You know, other than, well, Bernardo probably should have scored. He could have hit it first time. Then he took a touch, tried to take it around the keeper, and the one that came off the post and hit Laporte, that should have been a goal as well. Mahrez unlucky. The long ball comes over. I think it's from Rodri to De Bruyne. Yeah, defender heads it, falls straight to Mahrez, who controls beautifully, hits it wide and over. Not enough bend on it. Not far off though. Yeah, 2 minutes of extra time, more added time. And De Bruyne's pass straight out of play. That's going to be half time. You know, like I said, that's nothing I didn't expect. I expected the game to go very similar to how it has done. City to dominate the possession, to have the chances, and Palace to sit back and try and hit us on the break. A bit of time wasted involved, and they've done all that. And they have upset the City players. That, you know, you've seen it. There been some pulling, bit of kicking, you know, some tripping off the ball. And I've seen a few players. I've seen Foden do it a couple of times, Stones. De Bruyne did it at one point. And Cancelo. You know, all have a little whinge, all have a little complaint about it. That's just the game. Unfortunately. That's just the way it is. And Palace have stuck to the game plan. And yeah, what was it? 3 shots to 12. We've had 75% possession. And if you ask me who's more likely to score, you know, it might be a little harsh, but I'd say Palace look more likely to score than City at the moment, despite all that. We're not really doing anything with it. When we do get behind the lines and we cut it back, no one's in the right position for the ball, you know, because Grealish has got behind a couple of times. Walker too, 1 point. Of course, Mahrez is trying to cut in on his left and whip it in or hit it early. And of course, every shot has been straight at the keeper as well, which has not really helped. Got too many of them. I think Cancelo's been a bright spark on that left-hand side as usual, but he doesn't do the simple things, and he doesn't do the simple things well enough. Like towards the end of that half, then when he's running at the defence of the ball, you know, he goes past 2 players, and then simple pass to his right, gives it straight to the Palace player. But ask him to shoot 40 yards out, he's going to hit the target. You can see our game plan is try and give it to Mahrez on that right. You know, look to pass it left, instantly switch right. Because Mahrez has that space because he's hugging that touchline on the outside. And we've seen in the past few seasons as well, you know, past years, Palace will be the thing that undoes a few title charges. And we've dropped points here before in the past. It's not an easy place to come and win. Night game, you know, under the lights. Big game. And I do think we've risen to it kind of, but not doing enough with the ball. And we've been at like the architects of our own downfall twice. Twice they've won the ball in our own half, or 3 times actually, and create good chances. That one there, the one where De Bruyne hits it 25 yards out with his left foot, straight to keeper. Keeper should hold on to it. Fumbles it, Bernardo, and he should have just hit it first time, but he tries to take it around him. Jones has a decent shot from like 25-30 yards. Keeper would have had it, I think it was on target. Fortunately, Edison hasn't really been tested. Because we saw with Tottenham, if it was on the break, you're more likely going to create some clear-cut chances. Bowen has a nice little volley there with his right foot. Let's have a look, actually. Let's have a look at the stats here. Yeah, so possession, we've had 73.6%. We've had 14 shots to their 3. They've not had any on target. We've had 4. All at the keeper. They've all been straight at him. Keeper actually saved Cancelo's shot onto the post. It's a good save. But no clear-cut chances created because of how deep they're sitting. We have got back in numbers when we have lost the ball. So we're preferring them creating clear-cut chances, which is why they've not scored. We've won 83.3% of aerial duels, which I'd say is quite surprising against Palace. Look at recent form. They're unbeaten in their last 4 games. They only got beat by Chelsea 1-0 at Selhurst Park. But they beat Wolves 2-0 away last game out, which is a good result. Beat Stoke in the FA Cup 2-1. Beat Burnley 1-1. And they beat Watford 4-1 away. And of course, ours are all wins apart from the Sporting game over the week. And also we had the Tottenham game a couple of weekends ago, which still hurts. Gary Neville here says that Manchester City haven't been ruthless enough in the final part of the game. Because, you know, City is so consistent. They create bucket loads of chances. They're identical. It's been chance after chance after chance. You have to think they will take one of them soon. That's what I'm thinking as well. I'm sat here thinking that we've created all these chances, and he's right. All our chances are pretty much the same. It's like shape up to pass left, but go right over the top for Mahrez instead. And it's been over and over and over again, that like at least half a dozen times. And when we do give the ball out left to Grealish, he's getting behind his man every time. He gets behind him and he cuts it back. But the ball's not falling to the right people. And that one where he cuts it back and it falls to Bernardo, but he completely miskicks it. And it falls to De Bruyne. Not De Bruyne, Mahrez. You know, he hits it straight at the keeper as well. Foden needs to be on the ball more. Foden does need to be on the ball more. The thing about Foden, though, I've said it so many times as well, is that whoever we put in that number 9 role up front on his own, he just doesn't get any of the ball. Whether it's Sterling, he won't be in the game. You know, whether it's Foden, he's not in the game. Bernardo, he's not in the game. Whoever you put in that number 9 role, because we've got no striker, they don't affect the game. So Foden doesn't affect the game where he is. He has to be on the left-hand side. He has to either be on the left-hand side or he has to drop back to Bernardo's role. But for me, the only player on that pitch that can play that role right now, that number 9, is Grealish. You put Grealish there instead. You put Foden on the left. And you'll see Foden linking up a lot better on the left-hand side. He'll get back and defend. He'll be all over the pitch then. But where he is right now, he's not going to do anything against 2 Crystal Palace centre-halves. And that's the same with any of them. And for me, that's probably the biggest reason why we need a striker. It's not for goals or anything like that. It's just so we have actually someone to play that role for us, so everyone else can be their best. And that's why I'm surprised he's not playing Jesus. Jesus is back now from injury. Play Jesus in that role. He's played that role before. Yeah, he doesn't like it. He's asked not to play, but we don't have a striker. At one point, you replaced Aguero. He wanted to get rid of Aguero for Jesus. To put Jesus in that role. Then we need to see more Grealish in this game. So again, that's why I think if you swap Grealish to the middle, if you're consistently going to go down the right-hand side to Mahrez, I think it does make more sense to put Grealish in the middle. And let Foden do his thing on the left. And have more of a free role. it would be so easy as well to call this second half defining for the season. But the thing is, every game's defining now. Every half coming up will define the season. You know. Big half. I think Foden needs to switch to the left. But if he's going to do that, I think he's going to take really off and probably bring Sterling on or Jesus. Thing is, it's tough to know who to actually take off because I don't think anyone's playing poorly. Everyone's giving it 100%. I can't fault the players for effort. But you're thinking we created 14 attempts on goal that half. If we create another 14, you're thinking we're going to score at least one. We must do, right? But we also need to get more shots on target if we're going to do that. Let's kick off for the second half. Palace again, just trying to get our heads, coming out late for the second half. Huge 45 minutes this for the season. There is Foden kicks off. Second half's underway. Again, want to see more of it. I mean, if it ends up again 14 shots to 3 in the second half, you know, so we exactly how the first half went. Yeah, it tells you you're surely winning that game. Walker's pace manages to keep that in on the right side. He gives it to Mahrez. We're going to go back to Walker, which he does. It's a poor pass though. Mahrez attempting to tackle. He's really poor at it. Roger goes over to help him out. Palace clear it. Palace break. Fortunately, Walker's playing, but it's going to be a Palace throw. And you know what? I came again from our poor play up front. Work the ball all the way up there, you do well. You get into a good position, and then a really poor pass. Zaha's given offside. We have got a good away record. I think we've only lost one game away from home all season, and it's the Tottenham game, very first match of the season. That's the only one we've lost. We've done brilliantly away from home. In fact, I praised our away form better than our home, because at home I think we've been shocking at times. Oh, De Bruyne's managed to get through to Mahrez there. He just runs it out of play. Mahrez, you sack of shit. Honestly, what is he doing there? What's Mahrez doing? Awful. De Bruyne does well, gets it through to Mahrez. We actually have break. We actually have a chance here. 3 in the box. Mahrez just runs out of play. Why? I think he bottles it because he thinks the play's going to dive in. So poor for Mahrez. Roger nearly plays himself into trouble again. Foden is played into trouble, and here come Palace breaking again. Cancelo wins the ball back. Really dallies on the ball too long, and Palace have the ball again, and are breaking again. And then shot goes down, and it's going to be a free kick. Oh, we started the second half much worse than we started the first. There's going to be a Palace corner. They're just playing themselves into trouble. But already we've had a good chance this half and we've blown it. Ball comes into the box. I think Palace got in their own way there. And that's a little bit of a let off for us. A little bit of head tennis. Ball's down the 12. Yeah, the Palace players getting each other's way. I think it's Kiai that's... Yeah, Kiai was in the way, thankfully. Edison goes long. Palace have it. Zaha, gonna be free kick. And Palace just play out. It's a throw. Well, Palace have come out in this second half much better than we have. Push trying to switch it across his own box towards Walker. Brings it down quite well to Mahrez. Gives it back to Stones. We played out that quite nicely. Laporte did a little Cruyff turn as well there to get away from Gallagher. But Palace have started stronger than us here. Bernardo takes an extra touch. And Palace can sweep up. And they played out quite nicely too. Now they're breaking. Laporte does just enough to give it to Stones. If Laporte actually got more power on that sliding tackle, it probably would have fell to Zaha there. But it was a good challenge in the end. The switch from Mahrez brings down quite well with his left. De Bruyne running onto it. Can't get it. Doesn't break to Foden. Comes out to Walker. Gives it to Mahrez. He's probably going to try and cut on his left, which he does. Gets in the box to no one. Mahrez has to use his right foot a little bit more there, go on the outside. Everyone's expecting him to cut inside. And that hopeful ball he does into the box sometimes. Sterling does the same thing. Not aiming for anyone, just putting it in the box. I don't know why Walker didn't just try and smash it across the box first time. Zaha's going to go down for a foul. No. They win it back. Took 3 of them total to dispossess him. Goes out to Grealish on the left. He tries to cut inside, can't do it. Joao Cancelo doesn't get to the ball before Gallagher, and Palace break. Kind of a theme coming here. Grealish fouls him. Stupid foul. I don't think he tried to get the ball. He's going to get booked. Yeah, I don't see City winning this game. I actually don't see where we get a goal from. And we're going to need Arsenal to do us a favour on the week. Didn't even try and get the ball. I mean, I said it a few weeks ago after Tottenham, I can see us throwing away this title. That's a long ball up to Mahrez, who isn't going to get there. There's one keeper to the other. Palace played a long ball, and it does make it to Elise. Laporte does really well, though, defensively, to be fair. It's Mahrez again, waiting for Walker on the outside. Walker just trying to put in the box. But there's no Palace play up near the halfway line, so just falls to Stones. And Bernardo left it for Grealish, and he left it for Bernardo. Where's Rodri? Probably looking for Mahrez on the right. Walker on the right instead. Gives it inside to Mahrez. The entire Palace team back on the edge of their own box here. Here's Grealish. Oh my god, De Bruyne hits the post. And it stays out, and it falls to Mahrez, who smashes it right foot. Keeper tips it over. Oh, the inside of the post. Is he giving a... Oh, I don't know what he's giving here. Free kick, offside. Well, we're getting into the last half an hour here, and honestly, it just doesn't look like it's going to be our night. It's not like the Everton game where, you know, we should be in front. This is just one of those games where it just doesn't fall to you. It's not going to be our night, I'm afraid. I don't think this is going to be a good game for us. I don't know who I bring on, though. If I'm Pep here and I'm trying to win this game, who do I bring on? I can't see Sterling doing anything. The only one maybe is Jesus. But you have to put him in the middle, which means who do you take it off from the front three? Gotta be Grealish, right? Put Foden on the left. Like I said, I don't think Grealish is having a bad game. We're just not giving him the ball. I think if we gave Grealish the ball more here this game, I think... Oh my god. Another poor touch, and it's Alice with the ball. Just behind Foden again. Do you know that's happened too often? I think that's the third time now. That ball to Foden, gone behind him. Good ball by Walker. Could be offside. Takes three touches too many. Defender gets back, tackles him. Just hit it. He should be shifting out of his feet and just hitting it first time. He's right. I think he's onside. 1, 2, 3. Three touches too many. Grealish needs to push up high there. And it's a safe throw. Like a far throw. Crystal Palace to win, maybe. I think they look more dangerous in the first half. I think we were... Defensively, I think we're poor. But we're not creating anything going forward either. And when we do, we're just not getting that little bit of luck. Palace could win. But I don't think this would be the game where we've lost League. I think it's that Tottenham game. I think pushing for a winner, when we should have settled for a point against Tottenham, might cost us the league. Definitely our home form that's costing us. Our away form's been pretty decent. At home, we just haven't broke teams down. Southampton, Palace, Tottenham. Oh my god, Laporte heads it straight to him. It's Cancelo that got back. Was a throw into Palace on that right hand side. Next near the corner flag as well. They've cleared, but just towards the halfway line, it's going to be another Palace throw. Who are going to make a substitute. Time wasting kicking in as well here by Palace. Again, if I was Pep, who do I bring on? I really do think I need to bring Jesus on and take Grealish off. I'd be tempted to take Mahrez off. But you got to think to yourself, Mahrez can create something later on. He's getting enough chances and he's getting the ball enough. Grealish just isn't getting the ball. Compression is back to the Palace keeper. Roger just does just enough to get the ball to Stones there. And a shit ball. And this is what I've said about Cancelo consistently. He does so well. He does so well to get the ball there. Actually get a cross in and then an awful, awful cross. His end product needs work. It's probably down to the amount of effort that he puts in, the amount of running he does. Spend most of his energy on his work rate. "25 minutes to go. I don't see us scoring." Tell you what though, he's a good player, Edouard. More pace, more power up front. IU and Edouard. You can see them nicking it. I can see Palace nicking a goal here. Foden's done really well to keep that ball. Foden did phenomenally well there. How he's controlled that ball Foden around two defenders. And then to chip it forward to De Bruyne. You just try to flick it past him. Ooh, they had a break 3-on-3. Fortunately, he's offside. I mean, Zaha's not happy about it, but he had a break there. It was 3-on-3. He is offside. Just. How's that not a free kick, ref? Oh, the boys. Oh, fucking. Oh, that hard work, and every time these pass them on there. Bloody hell, ref. Walker on the right. It is frustrating, Tyrese. You're right. It's definitely frustrating. Our end product has been really poor. This second half, we've not been as good as in the first. We've not been creating chances. Palace has been pressing hard. And I can honestly see Palace getting a winner. I can actually see Palace scoring. They look dangerous every time they break. And we don't look like we're creating anything every time we go forward. It's just so packed. You got the entire Crystal Palace team on the edge of their own box. Maybe bring Gundogan on. Gundogan might help out. Oh, you drop out. I'll be tempted to bring in Jesus and Gundogan. Possibly, I don't know, maybe even Rodri. Put Gundogan in Rodri's role. Bring Grealish off, put Foden on the left. Put Jesus in the middle. And here come Palace breaking again with pace, like for them. Laporte got lucky. He got lucky. I think he tried to kick it out, miskicked it. Bit fortunate. Here's Mahrez on the right. Rodri has been a bit. Rodri's all alone in the middle. You got to remember, like when you Liverpool and teams like that, they play two of them holding midfielders. We play one. We just play Rodri there. So he has to do the work of two people, and it shows sometimes because he's often fighting two people, and he picks up the ball in the middle. But he's not going to create you anything, is he, Rodri? But Mahrez isn't doing anything in the second half. I think Mahrez might have to come off. Maybe put Sterling, Jesus, Gundogan on. Gundogan will create you something. He's really good on the ball, good at passing. He also likes attacking the 6-yard box. Sterling will get behind, he'll run. He likes to fall over a lot, but here's Grealish. The outside of the post again. Grealish gets in on the right hand side, whips it right across. It's Bernardo Silva there. I think he actually gets a touch to it. I'm sure Bernardo Silva hits this. It should. Oh, he has it at the post. How has he not scored? Oh my god, yeah. We're not winning this game. We're not winning this game. It's just not. It's going to be one of those games. One of those days. Bernardo should have scored two. Bernardo should have scored two. Bit of time wasting from Palace. Oh, De Bruyne's quality. De Bruyne is well and truly back to his best now. He had a slow start to the season. He was poor first half of the season, but you know, injuries, COVID. He had no pre-season. But he's back to form now. But the Palace, man, they're just time wasting now. They're trying to get the breath back. We're going to have to hope Arsenal do us a favour on Wednesday. I think that's what we're going to have to do. We're hoping Arsenal do us a favour, and that's... I can't see Liverpool dropping points. Unlike us, they look like scoring every single game. They look like they're going to score 3 and 4 goals every game. We do not look like that team. We scraped a 1-0 win against Everton. Smashed United, but United were awful. We didn't score against Sporting. You can argue we're 5-0 up after the first leg and we made it off the team round, but we didn't score. We didn't create anything really. We had a pretty poor game. We've not scored here. Best point is, watch, like, I'm keeping an eye on the time wasting. Ah, you heck. You always do this, and then it's 3 minutes added on instead of 10 at the end. Frank. Oh my god. Another Palace down. Get up, you clown. Even the refs tell him to get up. Yeah, accusing you of diving, mate. A cheat, pretty much. That's what we're accusing you of. Look at you. Nothing wrong with you, you clown. This is what we have to see. City fans every game. Players doing this, jumping on the floor, pretending they're hurt and wasting time. Yeah, taking the piss. They did this at the Etihad. They were just 2-0 up at the time when they did it. Lock him, punching the floor. Get up, you clown. Oh, that's funny, that. When Roger tells him to get up and he pretends that Roger's hit him as well. Idiot. You just know Kiai get the bloody winner as well. Plays like that when it happens. And ref, that should have been a foul on De Bruyne. I tell you. You're giving a free kick to Kiai for falling on the floor, and De Bruyne's there wrestled to the ground by 2 players. Nearly a good pass though by De Bruyne. Well, 15 minutes to go, and again, we just don't look like scoring. It's Everton all over again. We need a miracle. We need a defensive mistake. Grealish going nowhere with the ball. We'll play by Laporte and then Rodri. Well, Pep not making changes. He does this as well a lot, Pep. When the players on the pitch are not working, he just won't make the changes. He'll make a change like 5 minutes to go, and then you're thinking, why? What's the point? Walker's done well on that right-hand side. He's getting up and down the pitch because he has to watch Zaha, and then he has to join in the attack as well for the overload. The Walker's done really well. He's one as a corner. Mahrez with the corner. At least it beats the first man this time. Oh my god, who tackled Grealish? Then I think it was Rodri, honestly. They're offside anyway. I think it would have been given offside. It was Rodri to put his foot in then on Grealish. You got to think as well, we got to play Burnley away next, I think it is. I think it's Burnley away next, and they're fighting for their lives. They have to win to stay up, Burnley. How's Foden not shot? I don't understand. I know he's given offside, but he's got to shoot. He could be offside all he wants, but again, how many touches did he take then? And that's just been the theme of the day. 1, 2, 3. Oh my, just hit it. And he was offside, but he's needs to make changes. It's the games like this, you know, when people say, oh, City don't need a striker. It's games like this where like an Aguero be perfect, someone who's just going to be around the box the whole time and take that one chance. Just take that one chance that you get. City playing themselves into trouble again. If it, the worst thing to do will be try and push for a winner and to concede and lose. Because at least getting a point would mean that we're a point ahead of Liverpool if they win their game in hand. We'll be a point ahead of them. We're not on level points, we're a point ahead. Because they're winning on goal difference. So the last thing we need, and this is what I said about the Tottenham game as well, the last thing we needed was to push for a winner and lose, and that's what we did. When we equalised to make it 2-2, I said at the time we needed to just take home the point. But we threw it away. Yeah, it's one of those games. Bernardo's had a bad game as well for me. His work rate obviously second to none, but he just not falling to him. The whole front three, I think, have been, maybe the front six, have not been on it today. What is that as well? What's Roger doing there? And then a Palace free. Every time a Palace player goes over, it's a free kick. Yeah, I'm seeing City players pulled, kicked. Awful. Of course it's Zaha. Guy lives on the floor. Da, 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 da. And they just kick it straight out for throwing on the other side. Poor. But how has Pep not made changes? And we got a week off after this. We do have a week off after this, right? Oh, yeah, we do. We got Southampton away next in the Cup. That'll be a tough game, Southampton. They drew us twice this season. At least Grealish took a shot, it's a corner. We're not going to create anything, we don't do anything in corners. Don't give a free kick for that. He got the ball. Referee. I knew as soon as he went down, you're going to give a free kick. Oh my god. Someone's got to take a shot, you're telling me. I say this so many times. Just shoot. Just someone shoot. I don't care how bad it is. Just shoot. We're throwing this league away. I just can't believe Pep's not brought on Jesus or Sterling. No one attack. Yeah, and they just open us up and nearly score. Gallagher getting booked. A high foot. Pep likes to do this though. He likes to not make changes, Pep. I've seen it a lot this season. It's another, you know, when people tell you we got two like world-class 11s, we can fill two teams. We can't. We haven't got enough players to do that. But our players on the bench, not trusted like some of them. I don't know what Pep's saying for. I've got a week off after this. Like, this result is not good enough. This result is not a good one. We've created nothing in the second half. What a poor pass. We've created nothing in the second half, pretty much. And he's just kept the team on the pitch. And the team looking more likely to score is Palace, because every time they break, they're not like doing something with it. Fortunately, Zaha shot there straight at Edison. Yeah, I was going to do a video on Haaland. I was going to do a video on Haaland and Mbappe, which one you would go for. Or which one would you like to see? Which one would fit in the team more? I think Mbappe will probably fit our system better. But I do want to make a video because I actually... God. The more I think about Haaland and Mbappe, the more I can't justify either one of them. And the reason I say that is because we're going to have to pay them an extortionate amount, money-wise, contract. You look at the Premier League at the moment, United pay the most wages, which is ridiculous. Because their team don't even try on the pitch. But their teams pay the most high wages. We don't have anyone. I think our highest earner is De Bruyne on like 350,000. We typically don't give players a lot of money, which is why they go to United. Like Sanchez went to United. You know, because we refused to pay him the wages he wanted. Which is why Sterling wants to leave, because we're not going to pay him ridiculous amounts of money. They'd get somewhere else, like a Real Madrid. But when you look at signing Haaland or Mbappe, you're going to pay like at least 400,000, I imagine, a week, which we don't do to anyone. And then say it doesn't work out. Say you try and sell Haaland. So say we sign Haaland or Mbappe, they're on 400,000, 450,000 a week. And it doesn't work out. In 2-3 years' time, we try and sell him because we don't want to renew the contract because they're asking for 600,000. Who's going to sign them for that money? Who's going to have that money to take them off us? We're going to have to pay half the wages to get rid of them. And we had to do that at the beginning when these owners first came in. And we started signing people like Robinho. We had to pay everyone's wages for years after because the teams we were selling to couldn't afford it. So that's my argument. I think it's tough. God. We're not going to win this game. In fact, I think they're going to win this game. Fortunately, it's a poor pass by Zaha. Yeah. I mean, I'd like to see Haaland, I suppose, at a club. It'd be nice to see Haaland anyway. You know, because his dad played for us at times. He will score goals. I know he's got a bit of an injury record. Can't believe we've thrown this league away. Hopefully next season we'll come back and just hit these for 6. It's time wasting as well. Just for that. All that time wasting and you do that. And then he's yelling at everyone else to close down. It's shitty pass, put him in that position. This head tennis ain't doing us any favours, lads. We do get thrown down the halfway line. But yeah, we'll do a video on Haaland and Mbappe. I wanted to do it this week, actually. I may as well do it this week since we've got no game for a week now. For fuck's sake. Do you know what? I'm sick. Honestly. When people tell me that some of these players are world class, I have to... I don't get the Mahrez thing. I really don't get the Mahrez, like, rave reviews that everyone goes on about. Every time I see a video or comment, it's always Mahrez world class, Mahrez best play. Fucking dog shit. He scores goals, but he's fucking useless otherwise. And today, these front 6, they've been bad. And how Pep hasn't made a single change is beyond me. When he's watching this unfold and we've done nothing for the last 20 minutes. We've done nothing for 20 minutes. And he's not made a single substitution. Mahrez created 0 this second half. He stamps on him there. Yeah, it's a yellow. Grealish hasn't been in the game from the first half. He's not taking him off. Foden is absolutely useless at the number 9 role, but he's insistent on playing in there. He plays in there every game, and he does nothing every game. Laporte should have scored there. Yep, there we go. That sums up the game perfectly. Laporte doesn't hit the ball. It's a great ball in from De Bruyne. He hits him on his knee or his thigh. Like I said, I think our next league game is Burnley away. Can I see us being Burnley away when they're going to play the same way the Palace have done? No. Jesus Christ. What is our defense doing there? Oh my word. You know, the last time I did a video criticizing the team, I think I lost 6 subscribers in an hour of the video going live. Don't really have many subscribers to begin with. I don't get a handful of views, which is good. Man, the hate I got after that Tottenham game for saying we were going to bottle the league. And for me, I could see it. This is the type of performance we've been putting in. We played the same way against Tottenham when we got beat by them. We played the same way against Everton. We played the same way against teams like Arsenal. We just got away with them ones early in the season. Like 2-1 at Emirates we didn't deserve. The Villa game, the 2-1 win. They probably should have got something out of that game, Villa, in that second half. Some of these players have absolute moments of brilliance, and that's what wins us games. I mean, I guess we can't be too upset because Palace won us the league a few years ago when they came back to draw 3-0 with Liverpool. Look at these shit passes. Honestly, Pep, man, I'm putting this down on you. Again, you got a week off. You've just had, like, some of these players have had a week off, and he's just refusing to make changes. Like, what's the risk here? You know a draw isn't good enough. A draw doesn't win us this league. But we'll be 1 point clear of Liverpool if they beat Arsenal. If Arsenal beat Liverpool, at least it's an extra point on them. But we created 0 this second half. 0. Another whole ball. Cancelo's going to do nothing with this. Told you. Last chance, boys. You got to create some in the next minute. I don't fucking believe it. Alright, that's game. I don't know what Bernardo's done this game. He's not been himself, has he? But yeah, 95th minute. Keeper's taking 30 seconds just holding on to the ball. How's that not a foul? How's that not a foul? On Laporte? What a load of shit that is. Right, well, I mean, that's game over. No, poor result. Absolute shocking performance that second half. First half was better. Second half was woeful. And yeah, I don't see anything. I think I'd be tempted to... I don't know. I don't think we're winning this league. Not playing like that. But yeah, I mean, it's what it is, right? All over the place, you're right. But yeah, no, thanks, Terry. Thanks for joining it. I'll do the match reaction. I'll upload that in 10 minutes. I don't think it's going to be a good one. I don't know. I've got nothing positive to say. I've got 0. I didn't like anything about that game. And I've seen it all too often this season, playing the same way and doing nothing with it when teams sit back. And I think Palace looked like the more dangerous team. By the time they broke on us, our defence was woeful. Desperate defending at times. But yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go do the match reaction and then I'm going to walk off football for a week, I think. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out. As always, do hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. Would help massively as well. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. And yeah. I've got nothing positive to say about that game. Nothing. I've seen it so many times this season. Why did Pep not make a change? Why has Pep not made a change there when nothing was happening? What did Mahrez do in that second half? Nothing. He wasn't even... Oh my God. I don't get it. Alright, well, I'm going to get off anyway because I'm going to save for the match reaction because I've got a lot of bad things to say. But yeah, thanks for checking out. Thanks for watching, Tyrese. And maybe I'll catch you next Sunday. Who are we playing? Southampton will win the cup. At least we don't have to worry about the Premier League. we can take a little bit of pressure off ourselves and not worry about league results. Yeah, see you then. Bye.